One, first and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI YAHAKODASH. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayashedabadat, the house of David. I'm Ayashetab with Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahawah Hashem Yahushai with another lesson. All right, Lord willing to be edifying unto the body. All right, Salakia, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. Salakia, you are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Once again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as those of you whose father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians, even though you may look like the other nations, a so-called Chinese man, so-called white man, a so-called Hindu man, or whatever other so-called nationality is out there. All right, you are the children of Israel if your father's line goes back to the 12 tribes of Israel. 1/3 of the nation of Israel will be saved. All right, through what the world England calls UFOs, UAPs. All right, these are known throughout the scriptures as the chariots, all right, of Israel's flying scrolls, clouds, all right, whirlwinds, okay, horses, amongst many other things. All right, these are some of the mysteries of the scriptures that you have to be taught by learned men. Starting with Apostle Tahar out of GMS, all right, and the leader of Israel. Starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, the elders and the bishops, and the men who follow the doctrine, the 100% truth, all right? And those men who are diligently seeking salvation through the will and power of Yahawah Hashem Yahushai, making their bodies a living sacrifice out on the highways and byways, doing the epistles day in and day out, all right? And shalom to the 144,000 elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, all right? Shalom unto you, all right? But nevertheless, 1/3 of the nation of Israel will be saved for believing upon the testimony and the laws, statutes, and commandments, the mercy and the grace that Yahawah Hashem Yahushai has imparted unto the remnant, okay? 2/3 of the nation of Israel will perish and die for not believing upon the name of Yahawah Hashem Yahushai, nor the testimony that is given by the prophets who are out on the highways and byways being consistent in season and out of season. All right, that Yahawah Hashem Yahushai has commanded us men of the nation of Israel to go out and to proclaim and herald in the coming of his only begotten son, Yahawashi. All right, but Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson unto the body. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. All right, this is gonna be a second chariot video that I'm just pointing out in the scriptures. Okay, we're actually gonna start in the book. Salakia. We're going to start in the book of 2 Kings, start at chapter 2. All right, and we're just going to take it through verse 1, and it reads, "And it came to pass when Yahawah would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal." All right, so here it is. There is in the first script tells you he was taken up by a whirlwind. Okay, and matter of fact, I have the blue letter. Let me go ahead and get that. All right, and let's go ahead and read it in the NLT. All right, as well. So it's here in the NLT. Okay, Salakia. Apologize about that. All right, it's going to be the 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 1, and it reads, "And it came to pass," Slakia, NLT, when the Lord Yahawah was about to take Elijah up to heaven in a whirlwind, Elijah and Elisha were traveling from Gilgal. All right, and here it is. Yahawah Hashem Yahushai has taken and said he is going to take Elijah up in a whirlwind. Okay, now the scripts are not going to say, it was a UFO. All right, it was a UAP. Okay, because if it did that, this book would be banned. Okay, as they're trying to ban it now from having prophets on the scene, starting with the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, all right, hey, teaching and preaching this truth, and the elder bishops, hey, teaching and preaching this truth, and teaching men, bringing the prophets back into remembrance through the will and power of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi, all right, come to pass. And let's see what it says for a whirlwind. By a whirlwind, all right.
Strong's H 5591. First reading. Sa'er. Sa'er. Second reading. Se'ara. Se'ara.
All right. Se'ara and Sa'er. All right. It's lucky my tablet's moving a little bit slow. All right, and it goes here and it says tempest, storm, whirlwind, tempest. All right, and then it is from H5590. Let's go ahead and get that, the root word. All right, and it says storm, rage, storm, stormy, growing storm, to be in grade, to storm away, to to be driven by storm. All right, so if you look at this just surface level, all right, you're seeing it and you're like, well, it's just a storm. All right, but hey, if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi will reveal the secrets and the mysteries unto you. All right, but first, you have to hearken unto Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi's word, pray and fast, that you can receive these deep dark saying, this mystery and the faith of Yahawah B'Shem Yahawashi. All right, continuing on to verse 2, and it says, and Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for Yahawah hath sent me to Bethel. And Elijah said unto him, as Yahawah liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they went down to Bethel. All right, verse 3, and it reads, and the sons of the prophets that were at Bethel came forth to Elijah and said unto him, knowest thou that Yahawah will take away thy master from thy head today? All right, and he said, take away thy master. Why would this be said? Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Let's go to take away. Knowest thou that Yahawah will take away thy master? All right.
Strong's H 3947. Lakach. Lakach.
Lachak. Lachak. All right, and it says to take, get, fetch, lay hold of, seize, receive. All right, receive, acquire, buy, bring, take. All right, take a wife, snatch, take away. All right, take away, take in the hand, to take and carry along. All right. Hey, so what did the so-called UFOs or UAPs do? All right, do they not what is that word? Abduct. All right, abduct. If you get taken away by UFO, you have been what? Abducted. All right. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get the definition of that word. All right, here it is.
Abduct.
Abduct. Past tense. Abduct. Abduct. Take someone away by force or deception. Kidnap. In millenary who departed may have been abducted. All right. All right. So, and also here it is. All right, and it says early 17th century is abducted. All right, from the Latin abduct, led away, from the verb abduct, abduct. away from duct to lead. All right, Salaki, I get tongue twisted. Salaki. All right, so now going back to the blue letter, what does it say? To take. All right, to take in hand, to take and carry along, to take from, to take out, to take, carry away. All right, to take away. All right, so here it is in this chapter. All right, it talks about how he will be taking away. All right, so who was Elijah being taken away from? All right, who was taking him away? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go back. And Salakia, trying to get better at this blue letter, navigating the blue letter while doing a lesson. All right, and here it is. I'm gonna start at verse 3 again. It reads, 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 3, and it reads, and the son of the prophets that were in Bethel came forth to Elijah and said unto him, knowest thou that Yahawah will take away thy master from thy head today? And he said, yea, I know it. Hold your peace. Right. Verse 4. And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for Yahawah hath sent me to Jericho. And he said, as Yahawah liveth, and as thy soul liveth, I will not leave thee. So they came to Jericho. All right, and this is Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi, manifesting this. All right, and matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump down, okay, because I have another part. Okay, we're going to go here to verse, let's start at verse 10, and it reads, this is 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 10, right? And it reads, and he said, thou hast asked, let me start at 9, okay? This is going to be 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 9, and it reads, and it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. Right, so here it is. Elijah, all right, knew that he was going to be taken up. All right, knew that he was going to be taken up by the Most High. All right, and how by the Most High? All right, by the chariots of Israel, by a whirlwind. Okay, continuing on, and Elisha said, I pray thee, let the double portion of thy spirit be upon me. Okay, continuing on. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, I shall be, Salakia, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, shall not be so. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fires and horses. All right, chariots of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by the whirlwind unto heaven. All right, so a chariot. All right, what is a chariot likened unto? Hey, Jake uses slang for a car today, which is a chariot. Hey, I'm in my chariot. All right, hey, and the Romans, did not the Romans have chariots? All right, vehicles. Okay, matter of fact, let's go ahead and go to this. All right, in the blue letter. All right, and it says, taken, appear, a chariot. All right, let's look at what it says for a chariot.
Strong's H7393. Rechev.
All right. Oh, Salakia. This is a chariot. All right. Chariot says a team, a chariot, chariots, millstone, riders. All right. A riders, chariot, chariots. Right. Chariot singular, upper millstone, a rider, low millstone, rider, troop. of riders, horsemen, part of horsemen, men riding, all right, ass riders, camel riders, all right, hey, it goes to show you that, hey, it is something to ride in, a chariot, all right, something to ride in or ride on, okay, a chariot would be something that you ride in, all right, no different than the Romans called their vehicles at that time that horses were pulling, chariots. All right. Jake uses the slang yet again today, chariot. Okay. To mount, to ride, the root word, Salakia.
Strong's H, 7392. Rachev. Rachev.
Rachav. Primitive root word, to mount and ride, ride. To mount, to sit or ride. All right. Hey. And what did he do? Hey. to cause to ride, cause to mount and ride. All right. So what did happen? He got up, abducted, all right, to ride in the chariot. Okay. He got abducted. Elijah got abducted to ride in the chariot. All right. Salakia. Let me go back. All right. And let's go ahead and get this horseman. All right. Let's go ahead and get this.
Strong's H, 5483. Sus. Sus.
Sus.
Second entry. Cease. Cease.
Sus or cease. All right. Sus or cease. And it says swallows, swift, horses, chariot horses. All right. Chariot horses. Hey, does not a Hellcat have horsepower? All right. Do not your cars are not they measured by horsepower. All right. So it's the power. So lock it, the power in those chariots that move the chariots. All right. Which we know, it is YAHAWAH that moves those chariots by his servants, who? The angels. All right. The angels who are in those chariots. Okay. As we go through the next verse. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get it. All right. Here it is, 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 12, and it reads, and Elijah, it's like it, and Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariots of Israel, the vehicles of Israel, all right, the chariots of Israel and the horsemen thereof, all right, and he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in two pieces. All right, so let's go ahead and get this and see what it says right here. All right, the chariots, right? Because it said the chariots once again. The chariots, a team, chariots, millstone, riders, all right, who rides in the chariots, the angels, all right, riders, troop, all right, troop, horsemen, pair of horsemen, men riding, okay. Go back again. Of Israel. Now it said riders and horsemen of Israel. Now remember that it was taken up. All right. Here it was. Elijah was taken up. All right. Israel, God prevails. Okay. So it says the second name of Jacob, given him by the power. Salakia. It's not what I wanted, but let's go here. Salakia. Right. So here we go again.
Strong's H, 8280. Sarah. Sarah.
Sarah is it goes to say, right, definition, contend, having power, contend with present, exhort oneself, persevere, all right, to persevere, contend with, all right. Let's go back. Salakia.
Strong's H410. Ale. Ale.
Ale. God like, one mighty, one, all right, mighty men of rank, mighty heroes, angels, all right, angels. So it is angels who ride in those chariots, all right, mighty ones, all right. Salakia, come on. All right, but Salaki, this went a little bit longer than I expected. So, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to continue to give all honor and glory and praise unto YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI You, double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayah Shadabadat, the house of David. All right, I am Ayash Shatap with Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp. Hey, Lord willing, this was a edifying lesson. But it goes to show you that the chariots have been there since the beginning. All right, as you have seen in the depiction right here, in these old artifacts, all right, in these hieroglyphs, in this ancient painting that you see here to the right hand side, all right, in the sky, these things have been written in the history of the world, okay, because these are the vehicles of YAHAWAH YAHAWASHI, that will go throughout the whole world. All right, I have a couple more videos on this short series, Lord willing, to be edifying gun to the body. All right, and until the next time, say Shalom, Wat Abba Baba, Kwan Yasharala, DTA soon. Shalom.